So today is the 54 of me trading every day, or me making a video every day. I left my job to trade forex professionally. Today is not a trading day and we have to drop a video. So let's get into the video. Today we're going to be basically I'm going to be explaining why higher time frames are important in trading and how it can help you win more trades or increase the quality of your trades. And you're going to listen because I have an AR on your fucking face. Alright? Yeah, you're going to stay in the video. Don't click off. Don't click off. Now, let's get rid of the gun. All right, so let's get into it, right? So, that's the 4 hour time frame. That's a 4 hour time frame. That's a 1 hour time frame, and that's a 5 minute time frame. The only difference between these time frames is detail, right? The lower time frames are just a detailed representation of what is happening on the higher time frame. As you can see, that's how the 4 hour time frame looking. That's how the 1 hour time frame looking. You see, they have more details. You see more ups. You see more downs. That means more details. It's like a zooming in effect. Price is fractal, and as we can see on the 5 minutes, way more detailed than the 1 hour because it's the 5 minute time frame. So let's get into the explanation, right? Think of price as a battle between buyers and sellers, right? It's a battle between buyers and sellers. It's just a battle between buyers and sellers. If price keep on going up, that means buyers winning the battle. If price keeping on going down and breaking below lows, that means sellers winning the battle. That's simple. From that view, if price is creating bullish price movement, which is higher highs and higher lows on the higher time frame, then this would mean that buyers are in control, which would then mean that buyers would also be in control on the lower time frame, right? So if buyers are in control on the 4 hour time frame, as you can see, then that would mean that buyers also control on the 5 minute time frame. Wait, let me make you know where I get into that with. All right, why is that? Because as we stated previously, the lower time frames are just the higher time frame movement in detail. It's literally the same thing, it's just in more detail. You're seeing more price action, you're seeing exactly what happened. So, taking a sell trade or taking sell trades on the lower time frame with a trend following strategy, right? So, if you take a sell trade on the lower time frame with a trend following strategy when the higher time frame is showing you that buyers are in control, that would mean suicide to your trading account. You basically going against the trend. Okay, if you have a trend following strategy, remember, a trend following strategy, you have different strategies. They have strategies that doesn't really rely on trend. They have strategies that rely in like on a trend reversal and shit like that. But if you have a trend following strategy and then on a lower time frame you take a sell trade when the higher time frame is clearly showing you that buyers are in control, you literally taking a move that is probably going to lose, a trade that is probably going to lose. And I have an example of that right there. Okay, let's say the 4 hour time frame in an uptrend, and you take a downtrend trade, right? You take a downtrend trade, you enter here, you put your stop loss above there, you put your take profit down there, a 1 to 1. You would have lost because the 4 hour showing you price in an uptrend. You have a trend following strategy. Why the fuck would you take a sell trade on the 5 minute when the 4 hour in an uptrend? You going against the tide of the river. You trying to swim against the current of the river. But on the other hand, if you follow the 4 hour time frame in an uptrend, so you know what, I'm going to take uptrend trades on the 5 minutes. It doesn't happen all the time, but you will be more probable. It would be more probable that you would win that trade rather than lose that trade. And as you can see, that's the example right there. You would enter there, that would be your stop loss, that would be your take profit. Price would have be smashing for your take profit. So the first example is what you should not do. The second example is what you should do. All right. So with that being said, I think it would be more reasonable to take trades on the lower time frame, which are aligned with the higher time frame. And I'm talking from experience. If you look back on my videos, right? If you look back on my videos, my previous videos, I used to trade without the higher time frame analysis. Until a day I go back and I back test like 100 trades, and I realize trading with in line with the higher time frame increasing my win rate probably by like 10 or 15%. And it actually making sense. If the higher time frame going up and the lower time frame is the same thing as the higher time frame, just in more detail, why would you take a downward trade? Why would you take a sell trade? Ask yourself that. If you don't agree with what I say, let me know in the comments what you think about it, so we could probably have a discussion. Because yeah, I don't think anybody would not agree with what I say. You check. But yeah, that's today's video. Today's video is basically preaching the importance of higher time frame analysis. Why you should align your trades with the higher time frames of the market. If the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour in the uptrend, you should probably take uptrend trades on the lower time frame. Basically, that's the point I wanted to give out today. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you for staying hostage, or else I would have shoot you and you would have probably died. Your existence would have been nothing again. But yeah, that's today. Today is day 54, I think, or day 53. Who knows? Tomorrow is Monday. Oh, and guys, guess what? If you hear until the video right now still playing, we're going to be using the new strategy I was talking about on Monday, the reversal strategy. Let me explain it to you. Before I take a trade, I have to check the higher time frames. If all of the higher time frames in an uptrend, let's say the 4 hour in an uptrend, 2 hour in an uptrend, 1 hour in an uptrend, then 5 minute in an uptrend. Why? Because it just finished break above a high. That's the high. It break above a high and it creates a FVG on that candle close. Usually I would just not take that trade because that FVG is filled, but I testing out a strategy where I taking a bet against myself, right? So a trade I know that will lose. Basically, I know when price touch a FVG, when the trend leg is created, it's more likely to lose. I just betting that the trade going to lose, so I'm not missing out on. I basically taking low quality trades that are high quality trades. I just betting against what I would normally bet. Basically, on that trade, since everything in an uptrend and price just break up structure, a high, price just break structure to the uptrend, then normally I would take an uptrend trade on that trade. But because that trade is invalidated, because on that candle close it entered that FVG, then that means that trade is more likely to lose. Because I know that trade is more likely to lose, instead of taking an uptrend trade, I just going to take a downtrend trade. And as we can see, I would enter in a 0.5 line, take profit there, take profit 2 there. Let me show you all the stats for that strategy. Guys, I backtest that over 3 years of data from like 2023 until April. And as we can see, we have a 66.67 win rate. That's higher than the win rate I have currently with my strategy. Over 63 trades. A 66% win rate over 63 trades. The max consecutive loss we had with that strategy is only 3. We only have 3 max consecutive losses out of 63 trades, guys. And that's all the data for all the months. You're risking 1% per trade. 2023 we make 2.67%. 2024 we make 12.8%. Right now we up 0.93%, and we in April on 2025. Like, guys, they have losing trades, but majority of these trades just win. So we definitely going to be implementing that in our new, well, on Monday when we start trading. So yeah, if you had stayed till the end of the video, you get a little bit of knowledge, and I think I'm going to start going live also.